Used to be laughably insecure about your own poems. You doubted your words worth as if your words weren't worth being heard in his grave, and your Wordsworth would have been singing your praise.
Just a fraction. Bring it back.
You used to be laughably insecure about your own poems. You doubted your words worth as if your words weren't worth being heard in his grave, and your Wordsworth would have been singing your praise. How your words were these epics belting out of an elfin girl in an enormous world. That you spoke of troubled pleasures because you took pleasure in turning your troubles into letters. How you checkmate your woes in an emotional game of checkers. But alas, I know back then I didn't check myself, instead I wrecked myself. Indeed you did. In fact, you convinced yourself your words were absurd, even deleted your best works before they had a chance to be heard. Yes, sometimes the pain is mightier than the pen, but your pain wielded you to utter silence, leaving your vocal cords unread, counting all the things you should have said, leaving your tongue with this irritating itch that if you'd known your worth back then, by now you could have been rich. Sure modesty over gluttony, simple earning over abundance of money, but honey, it's time to account for your amount. You've been sharing your fountain of knowledge on discount. Remaining silent at your own expense, intellectual bankruptcy became the consequence. It's time you knew the stake of your own words and invest in your equities, and maybe one day your verbal currency will leave a rich man feeling broke just hearing you speak. One day indeed. But for now at school, I think I'm starting to reach some sort of peak, like realizations turned emancipation. So you know what? Bun this senseless self-suppression, roll up a joint out of my letters and get poetically high. Medicinal, herbal, equilibrium injected. You know how draining diarrhea can be, especially the verbal kind. She.
So fire.
We know how draining diarrhea can be, especially the verbal kind. She. I should have realized something in my reluctance. That resistance communicates existence, but this is a diatribe to my afflictions. Time to develop an addiction to my diction, which sometimes be airy, potential to be legendary, except when the air is thick. That's when the verses get a little murky, but it's okay, because not all waters are clear. And I can't stay clear from tribulations, but when I approach the waters that are crystal, I see my journey in ripples, ripples of reflection that reflect introspection and realize recognition that I've really grown. Not literally, obviously. But mentally, most definitely, most deaf would be proud and tell me that my ink's so hot it burns through the journal. Spiritually and lyrically looking to be eternal. Mind the smoke and please take some notes, because like Kwali, my language universal that be reciting my thoughts. I said my language universal that be reciting my thoughts. And there'll be no thief of my light come day or night. Or me too says the world's mine if I let my word shine. Don't tone yourself down, she'd say shine. Don't dim the light of your voice, shine. We're like-minded, baby girl, let our voices intertwine. Boy. I see now that this is your chance to also be heard, so you too can shine. That me being mute is like me taking a part of your vocal light. How about this, Hoyo? You be my moon, I'll be your stars. We'll write sonnets for the world. Our journal can be our palms, illuminating the darkness of this earth with a holistic, healing, holy bars. Now I really see that speaking is spiritual respiration, a sensation of elation. So I'm commencing the migration of my narration until it reaches every damn nation. Even the damn nations need redemption to escape eternal damnation. So I'll liberate my tongue until its melodies become humankind's freedom song sung. But first, I will bask in my words as if it really is the sun. Shine like Hoya said, no more being on the run. Remove from the temple the stupid loaded guns. See, I'm more than my doubts. I'm gonna let this be undone. And if the pen is mightier than the sword, well then my mind is the fluid bladesmith forging the ink. And since meeting all you wordsmiths, I'm done with what ifs and ready for what is.
Pull that one back, please. That was getting free wheel ups tonight.
And if the pen is mightier than the sword, well then my mind is the fluid bladesmith forging the ink, and since meeting all you wordsmiths, I'm done with what ifs and ready for what is. So I'll slice through the sonorous silence with my teeth, brandish all my pens, ready for battles, rap or otherwise, for freedom can be found with speech release lies, and since silence is compliance, well then, a Somali biting her tongue is downright criminal. I'll be down if I let myself stay invisible. My ability to speak is my right and also traditional. My saliva is my oral ink, and so I'll spit it until my words become immortal.
Jesus.
Someone mistake this for arrogance, but really it's overdue due diligence to use my God-given intelligence. So I will speak, I will scream, I will shout, I will write, recite, rewrite, and pour it all out. Thank you.